What the song say?
And associated with?
Take warning. You better take warning. Take warning. You better do good. Let your light shine bright. Let your light shine bright. Respect your fellow men as you should. Hello and welcome. What does story say? I'm your host, Dr. Pauline Baird, cultural bearer from the village of Buxton, Guyana. And as you know, I'm here to tell the stories, our family histories, our whispered stories, our long lost and sometimes forgotten traditions. Tell your neighbor, what the stories say. I'm wearing Dara. Dara is my sister. Check her out on Instagram. She got you covered. Today I want to tell y'all a story. I call in this story the summer of Suru and Duru. I come in, sit down, loud talk. For those of you who are not Guyanese, we have this very popular couple in history called Suru and Duru. For me, Suru is the man and Duru is the woman, right? So let's go to this village. In villages, you have people who court across villages. You know, Suru might have been from, let's say, BV or Pleasance or somewhere else. I'm not picking on these villages, just to give you context. And Duru, let's say Duru belonged to Better Hope or even Buxton or even Bagatsville. I don't know. Someplace, but that's beside the point. The thing is, when you think about Suru and Duru, you think love. Ooh, love, love, love. So, I'm going to give you a story. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Suhroo and a young girl named Duru. They happened to have gone to each other's villages and saw each other. And likey started to happen. Soon enough, Suru and Duru started to court. As it is said, the courting. As the Africans say, he toasting her. I toasting her. She toasting him. The toasting, right? Sometimes, for all you know, when school dismiss, Suru gonna meet Duru panny preggy bicycle. And she sat up at the road kind of drawing circles with your toe. Love is in the air, summer of love. But in Guyana, you get summer all year long. Well, time passed, you know, they're in love and thing, and things develop. They're a couple, a proper couple, right? Question in the air if they're going to leave home. Well, leave home is to be cohabitation with someone. You live in, like man and wife, but you're not wife, right? So they had to talk about cohabiting. And they had to talk about marriage and so on. So things seem to gonna be on the up and up. Duru mother don't check out Suru people. You know, you just got to go and check the family to see how they are. They get kokobe, they get war. You know, kokobe is disease. You know, diseases are the ones that you just pass down from generation to generation. You know them wonder? Long ago, I know about these modern times, but long ago, they used to go and check the family. You know, if you get leprosy, or what they call music in the blood, they got to know if you get down. They got to know if your family suffers from high blood pressure. They got to know if your grandfather had sugar and all them things. If they tend to get sore foot, all those things, they just check it out. Well, it so happened, like happens in many villages in Guyana, people, they emigrate to other countries to take up a new life. Well, it so happened that Duru get sent for in America. The family sent for she. And so she emigrate. Well, she not forget about Suru because remember, the heart she love, she Suru. So anyway, time passed and Suru happened to go to America and join Duru. The love is still good and things like that. Well, one day, Duru get a rude awakening. You know, all this time she there with Suru, she believes she knows Suru good. Suru kind, Suru helpful. He's a man He's a man after a man's heart. You know, he's a man. He's not no kind of wimpy man. You know, he can go there and he gonna help to repair fence. He gonna help to cook food. He can wash pot. He just chill. That's what Duru they think. One day, Suru and Duru sit down and then start for argue about some stupidness. Let's say them argue about Humpty Dumpty. A true Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a good fall. You know them stupidness what Suru bring up. Who is Humpty Dumpty? She say a egg. He say, how we gonna be egg? How we gonna be egg? Or was egg go sit on the wall? Then get this little stupid arguing. Thing escalate. When he talk about the Humpty Dumpty and the egg now, he start to talk about where you cook egg for. Me not like egg. And she say, "Bye, look, eat the thing." Well, who tells you for say so? Big argument start. Long story short is that something happened that shocked Duru no ends. It shocked her so she called her friend. She said, "Here now, one thing happened in this house, me don't know what to do." She said, "What happened?" She said, "Yeah, police come to my house and carry away Suhroo." She said, "What? Carry away Suhroo where?" She said, "America jail." She said, "What?" She said, "All right, then come, what we gonna do?" So she started tell she friend them. Now, the thing about village people, they just go and confide in them friend, tell a friend the bosom story to carry the burden. So she said, "What happened?" And she started tell the story about this argument that blow out of proportion. And then Suhroo drop it up on she and give you the word that me gonna bring to y'all today. He said, "Me get a good mind." You see when Suhroo drop that word, "me get a good mind," pan Duru know this a hell. In Guyana, when people tell you say they get a good mind, nothing good now come after that. Ask my friend Diane from our surrogate melody. One day me and she the August time last year what talk our girl and I get a good mind come up. She say, "Girl, you know that thing that one good thing? You ever think about good thing come after I get a good mind?" Me say, "Now you know." So recently one friend remind me of this thing. So me say, "Me gotta bring the story to you." So Suhroo tell she I get a good mind. Me say, "Girl, what come after it?" "Me get a good mind, arrange your face. Mathematics. Straight down." She said, "What?" "Yes," and I tell she, "Well, you see, a village of Guyana, people just be complicit. They just put up with the nonsense. They say, all you do is just a talk. Just a talk, and you watch that." So, that was Suhroo tell she called police. Police carry him away. So now, the friend them tell she, "Man, you not go try for let the thing not go far," and so. She said, "Well, he got to figure out his life. Because he do this deed, he talk. And he talk this violent thing." People say, "Man, that are nothing." You see, in Guyana, they get a famous song they don't sing. But Sanko licky love upon the dam and she holla. The M word, me can't call it upon this thing, because they might censor this video. But, you see Sanko lover, nameless woman, been just a holla. And she holla the word, the M word. Now walk so foreign, he now walk so. Suhroo, drop the word Panduro, me get a good mind, arrange your face mathematically. She ain't take it so, because that is violence. Domestic partner violence. Yes, words got harm, psychological harm. And then Duru start tell she history with this word. Among Guyanese people, if a body tell you me get a good mind, watch out. That is a caution. It begins with that phrase. Yes, the introductory phrase. You got to be warned, because nothing not good now come from that. You see, she not been really realize that Suhroo had a streak, a hidden streak. Suhroo been like argue with one man not so long ago, last year or whenever, And Suhroo gets so hot, he juke a man in a man's face. Juke the man? Yes. And the family for the man report him a court. He get a problem. So let me introduce this other vocabulary, ignar. A man like Suhroo is called an ignar in Guyana. Ignar is a short for ignoramus, an ignorant person. The dictionary meaning say that an ignorant person is a person who can't read and write. Suhroo can read and write. But ignar, used in Guyana in the vernacular, means a person who is short-tempered, violent, fly off the handle at a hat, and would do the unconscionable thing. Can flatten people. Is who the bad family them the stick and sick on other people's family. A lot of people get ignored in their family, you know. And them ignored that just go off on the other people and fight for the other people. Mental health. You know, the old people used to check for the physical health. But I don't know if there is ever check for mental health. And you tell me, when they go check out other people's family, they just look for see if their family get ignored or if the boys are ignored. And you tell me if they get a tradition. But he, Suhroo, he get a problem. So this story that started off nice, love story that sometimes got teeth. You bite. But when the story you bite when it comes to domestic violence, it's not a thing that we can just smile upon and say, you know, No. So now the whole story I want to bring to you, when you take certain types of expressions and behaviors from the village to somebody else's village overseas, how it does throw down? What are the consequences? What are the results? What are the things that we need to be aware of? And, you know, it's not a secret that domestic partnerships and domestic violence exists. So I decided to look it up on the internet. Uncle Google say, domestic violence is a term used to describe violence and abuse by family members or intimate partners, such as a spouse, a former spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, and so on. It comes in terms of, you know, shoving and pushing and so on. Duru said in a previous relationship she said it began with the verbal abuse. Then she said next thing you know, battle, a throw against the wall. Not on her, you know, in her direction, on the wall. The plate on the wall, something throwing around she. Next thing she know, she got a duck because this time she know it coming at her. Now all at once, over a time period. Not with the same partner, or another Suhroo. Yes. And then Suhroo will tell she, you make me do so. Well, don't be fooled. Nobody can make you do nothing. It's you. You are reacting. You are reacting. You in charge of your faculties and your extremities, these digits. You in charge. So you aren't pelting no cough. So it says here that 3 in 10 women and 1 in 10 men in the US have reported violence from an intimate partner. It says in the US, this is a frightening story here, nearly 24 people per minute are victims of this situation. So today now one really happy story, you know, but it's a story that's worth and necessary to tell. We have to educate our boys and our girls and our young men and old men. You have to put on them dirty ways. You know, I had a very good friend who would tell me, well, the man, they put a 2 lash pan she because she been to do what. Me say, no man, me can't go with the 2 lash pan she. No man, she been deserve it. No deserving he. Because this is a grown woman that you have a partnership with, a relationship with, and you think that you can take a bellyache. You can take a bellyache and deliver the licks. Nah, if me get the story wrong, I tell me. But this, me can slice it and dice it any other way. So in the summer of Suru and Duru, there is winter. There is frostbite. There is heat. Lots of heat. And it comes with this phrase, I get a good mind. You see, children, you have violence against you. I watched a video about a little boy on common entrance but can't unsee. Parents that threaten their children. I get a good mind. When children hear that, they got to know it's something coming. It's nothing good. Then I'm going to tell you, I get a good mind, buy a nice dress for you. No, it don't come like that. Parents, let me think about it. Discipline your child. That's all fine. But you see, that's I get a good mind business. You're setting them up. You're priming them to accept violence on their little bodies. Are we conditioned to have people commit violence against our bodies? Parents, caregivers, and so on. Let's watch our words. What are we setting up our children to accept and to be? Yeah. I want to tell y'all, go talk the story, spread the word, let we get a better life and stop this violence that coming behind. Me get a good mind. I walk good.
Dear listeners, the views expressed today are a composite of ideas that viewers have given me and permission to share certain parts of their stories, folklore, family events and occurrences, village practices, guyanese practices, and news across the world. I also draw on the scholarly work of Dr. Lisa Trotz, who talks about domestic violence, and other scholars in conferences and academic places I've been. Let's share the word. Thank you.